So here's another one. Keep an eye on him. Unacceptable behaviour in a truck. Yeah, a Menzies truck. Quite new one too. You've got plenty of room to come in here if you want to. But he's right up the chuff on the brakes. Look, on the brakes behind that car. Yeah, he's trying to get close, but he doesn't want to get too on the brakes again behind the car. The car in front isn't braking. There's no reason for these cars in front to brake. But here he is, right up the chuff, and I'm watching him, and he's a Menzies truck. And it's not a case that I'm picking on him because he's got himself in a certain particular situation, and anybody can take any picture at any time and make it look good or bad. But look, unacceptable behaviour. He's got plenty of room to come in if he wants to, but he insists on going up the chuff, terrorising the car in front. There's no other word for it. And it's not that, keep an eye on the timestamp, it's not that he did it for a minute or two because he found himself in a bad spot. He's a lunatic, isn't he? Oh, on the brakes again. Oh yeah, on the brakes again. On the brakes again, terrorising the vehicle up front. This green car was all right. He thinks, oh, I'm getting away from that nutter. Menzies. What sort of monkeys are you employing, Menzies? You know, you're in a fully liveried truck, so everybody knows what firm you're driving for. And can we make out the number plate? 24 plate, a lovely nice new truck. Is that said JX, is it? Something 24 said JX, what is it? Yeah. So he's still trying to push his way. I'm sitting here watching. He's on the brakes again, look. He's on the brakes, and the brake cars in front didn't brake. Hold on, let's just have a quick look at that. Keep an eye on all the brake lights. Do the ones in front brake? Do the ones, no, the ones in front don't brake. Look, he's sitting on the brakes, terrorising. Eventually this white car gives in, but look how close he is and how long he's been doing it for. It's just unacceptable, dangerous driving. So before we clear this one up, let's have a look. Now this is the A5. Now Sean will tell you, he'll know it well. It's a mishmash of roads. What a mess of a road. I mean, it's the A5, that tells you enough, doesn't it? It's the number 5 road from Holyhead to London, and why they never finished this stretch through here, why they never upgraded it, why it wasn't the main road from one of the very first motorways that were ever built. Anyway, what happens, it's a mishmash of roundabouts and dual carriageways, and then another bit of dual carriageway, and then a bit of roundabout, and then a bit of A roads. It's a mess. Anyway, to consider it's a really old road. Anyway, we're coming off a bit of a dual carriageway onto the bit of the A road bit, and then so there's a dual carriageway ahead of this guy, and there's a dual carriageway behind the guy that we're going to take notice of, and he's got must pass the truck syndrome. It's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. Why bother? There's a good dual carriageway. There's a good few miles of carriageway before you get to this section, and a good few miles of carriageway when you're after the section. So this guy has got must get past the truck syndrome, and one day it could cost him his life. Look at this now. Here we go. He's coming. Wait a minute. There's the truck. Right. We're on the narrow bit of road. We're still on the same road. We haven't cut off. It's the A5. It's the main, one of the main routes through the United Kingdom. Anyway, look. What you doing over there? Must get past the truck. Must get past the truck. Oh, I must get past the truck. Why risk your life and limb thinking about getting around the truck when you're a couple of 100 meters away from a dual carriageway ahead of you, and you've been on a dual carriageway. There's just this few sections that are together. Madness, complete madness. Just, I'd say, suicidal. Why bother when you've got a good road ahead of you and you've been on a good road? Look, and there's a truck coming towards you that'll squash you like a fly. Must get round the truck, must get round the truck. These idiots want shooting, don't they? So this one is why I run with my lights all the time. To watch, keep watching, keep watching, keep watching, keep watching. Now see if you can see. You've got, and this is for everybody to take notice. Cars and bikes. Look at this. Now luckily this guy was speeding. No, it wasn't speeding. If this was a Sunday, this could have been a lot worse. A nice sunny Sunday could have been a lot worse. So here we go, look. He's turning right. Looks like there's going to be a space. You barely see, look. Oh, if that bike was shifting a bit harder, which they generally do, it wasn't a near miss or anything, but it made him think. But he's not very well lit up, is he? Do you know I like to run the triangle of life? I mean, even this close, looking at it here, first of all, he's a small target. But he was one single light. You see over there, there's two lights of a car. A little bit easier to see. Yeah. From that tree line, this car, you can sort of see it pretty good, can't you? Let's go back. Let's go back. See if we see him. Do we see him? We have a small, we have a glimpse of him. Easy to miss. After this car, we get a clear look. Hold on. Wait a minute. No. Let's stop him there. He is a single light. And he's away from that tree line, so he's a bit closer, isn't he? Look. Oh. It could have, if he was moving a bit faster. You're so vulnerable on a bike. That's why I like the triangle of life. That's why I run with my lights on all the time. It's not that anybody did anything wrong. It's just, it's not easy to see, is it? It's not a bike. A motorcycle isn't easy to see from a distance, and especially when it's coming up on you pretty quick. So, the road sign's telling you that the road's about to split. The paint on the floor is telling you that this is one road and this is the other. We're on the A5. So if you want the A5, you should be here. The signpost has told you, the marking on the floor has told you. There's a car here, look. Keep an eye out for him. He's just come around here, and that's the one we're going to watch. Let's see. The road markings on the floor tells you where you've got to go. Watch how last minute he changes lanes. Oh, last. You can see the end of the, so he's completely gone through the hatching area. So let's have a look how small that hatching area was and how absolutely last minute he came across. Wow. Yeah, I'm glad he was well ahead of us and there wasn't many people on the roads. Don't know where he's gone. Maybe he was lost. Maybe he wasn't. But they're everywhere, aren't they? You've got to watch out for these idiots everywhere. So, one of these days I'll get a better camera to get registrations, let's see how many cheating low-life scumbags there is out here at the moment. The motorway's knackered. This is the left turn. This is for Birmingham. This is the M6's shot. So let's see how many there are and what they do. And there's a very interesting trailer here. I always leave a good gap because they're all going to jump out, or they decide to jump out and get round the queue. They're special, you know. Didn't you know that? Oh yeah, these people are special. Yeah, they don't know how to. They're obviously not British, and they don't queue quietly. No. Anyway, whilst we wait for them to do their stuff, there's a really interesting trailer up here, which I was pleased to follow, should we say. Look, it's his cattle trailer. Let's see if we can get distracted here. Look. I don't know if you can see that. It says moo movers. A cattle, you know, they to market, to slaughterhouse, to all that. They carry cows, don't they? It's a cow carrying truck, but on the back it says moo movers. Fantastic. You know, when the right name suits the right job, he's a moo mover. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. I'm going left, so I'm not dodging. There was a gap there if someone wanted to know that Arctic was coming across. Now here we are. Let's have a close look. Let's keep an eye on them. Cheating low-life scumbags. Here we go. There's some he's thinking about it. He's just dived in there. He's doing the same, blocking the road. I think, is there a guy in front of him? I'm not sure. Yeah. Look. You deserve to be hung out and dried. Cheating low-life scumbag. Yeah. But that trailer was great, wasn't it? Moo Movers trailer. I was really, I was coming behind it thinking, what does that sign say? Oh, Moo Movers. And see, I was going left, so I was okay. I was doing the right thing. I was allowed to go in that lane. So it's difficult to know what to do, what to think about these roads, because yes, it's nice to have the space. It's nice to have a nice wide road, but it increases your speed, and it increases the danger, or maybe decreases the danger, whichever your point of view is. But the speeds are higher, so the collision, the closing speed is more, isn't it? Yeah. So should we have roads that you just can't overtake on? So let's just keep an eye on this now. Nice big wide road. And this is what's wrong with some of these nice big wide roads. They almost encourage speeding, or they're almost too big, aren't they? Here he comes. Can you see him? Keep an eye on him. Here he comes. He's going. He's carrying quite some speed on him, isn't he? He's overtaking on the hatching, so he shouldn't really be here. That was an illegal overtake. But nice big wide roads. You would, wouldn't you? Naughty. What do you think about these roads with the wider space in between, the wider roads? Are they better, or are they trying to be better but ending up being worse because the crashes must have more speed and more danger, maybe? And did you see that? Sometimes they smash into the windscreens around here. The bird is around here now, look. He's coming. There he is. The bird is here. Keep an eye on the bird. There he is. Oh, and sometimes they do run into the trucks and damage them. Yeah. So this is where the M6 splits. M6 toll road goes that way. This is the M6. The M6 toll was to our right. We've got a junction coming up. We've got another. Cut me up. Must get past the truck merchant. This is an awful disease to have. Must get past the truck, because instead of slowing down for the junction, you're actually, because you're concentrating on passing the truck, you're actually carrying more speed into the junction. So let's get under this bridge. He's had plenty of an opportunity to come here underneath, slow down and go behind where he should be, but he's out here. He's thinking, I must get past the truck, I must get past the truck, because my junction is coming up. And look, he comes across 3 lanes and just about makes it. Must get past the truck, must get past the truck. It's a terrible disease to have. I got a question for you. You know, we see everything on the roads, don't we? And these obviously are new cars, and they put them to protect them, don't they? And I thought they were Range Rovers at first, but I don't think they are Range Rovers. Are they a Merc? Are they a Porsche? Pretty meaty things, because there was 2 exhausts this side and 2 exhausts that side, so it had sporty. They're pretty sporty things, whatever they are. Some sort of a SUV, some sort of a. Are these vehicles that haven't been released yet, being moved around under the cover of secrecy? Look, do you recognise them? I didn't know what they were. I couldn't tell. Usually you know by the shape of a thing, don't you? But I just couldn't tell. And they were all the same thing, the same model or whatever. See the grille up here, look. And even that's like almost a false one. What model were these? They were proper sporty, because they all had quad exhaust, you know, 2 pipes on that side, 2 pipes on this side. But certainly worth a hell of a lot of money. What a big expensive load that was. But I couldn't figure out what model car they were. I've got to show you this one. Thank goodness for mirrors that bend in. So we're on our way, look. Here we come in, minding our own business. Here we are, look, right, keep going. And we see blue lights. So it's a nice wide road. And you notice how I go right near the curb, because I know he's coming. He's gone over. I've come over here to give him plenty of room to miss me in the middle. But look, I get a little bit too close to a branch and bang, my mirrors fold in. So I had to go a bit further. So now my left hand mirror's folded in. Let's see if we can go back. You just don't know what's hiding in the bushes. Ordinarily it would have rubbed it. It just happens to be just where I went as close as I could. Where are we? Come on. Where's he coming? Here he comes. He's ahead of us somewhere. We just answer that phone call. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. And anywhere here it wouldn't have mattered. Anywhere there wouldn't have mattered, but it happens to be we're going along. Where do we see him? Where do we see him? Where do we see him? Plenty of room here to get to one side. Is that where we saw him? No. Here we are. Oop! See how close these trees and bushes now have got closer. They've seen him. There to one side. I move as close as the line as I can get to give him the plenty of space, because he's got quite a pace on. And look, just where I want to get close. The bushes, there must have been a a particularly big branch that had been missed for ages or something, and ordinarily it would have been just a rub, but I gave him plenty of room to come through. I'm well over the side here, and boom, I caught my mirror. It didn't break it or nothing, just folded it back, but now I've got to find a place to pull over to just pull the arm back. The arm's in now, I can't see a damn thing, so I just have to pull the arm back in again. That's where those, you see the trucks with the big fancy protection plates on the mirrors, where it would have saved you. But yeah.